Welcome to my channel.
Hello, I'm Madifor Jennifer, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome, thank you for staying with me. So today I'll be talking on high self-esteem. You know, we have two types of esteem. We have the low self-esteem and the high self-esteem. But today I'll be talking on the high self-esteem. I'll be talking about where it comes from, where our high self-esteem comes from, and I'll be giving little examples to help you understand. So stay with me to the very end. Thank you. From my book, okay, for those that just watching my YouTube channel today, I have a written book already titled A Worthwhile Endeavor Self-Esteem on Amazon, so you can go get yours. But for now, I'll just be sharing a little out of the book because I feel it to be helpful to a lot of people out there. So let's dive into the meaning of high self-esteem. High self-esteem. So from my book, high self-esteem means that you believe in yourself and know that you are a great addition to this world. That is high self-esteem. You know that you believe that you are a great addition to this world. You recognize that you might have a few weaknesses. Yes, you might have a few weaknesses, but you also have a lot of strengths. That is where some persons get it wrong, and that's why they wallow down with low self-esteem. So we're not going there today, we're on high self-esteem. So let's just keep going. Which really shape up who you are. When you have a healthy, which is equally a high one, a healthy self-esteem, you feel good about yourself and see yourself as deserving the respect of others. Individuals with high self-esteem view themselves as God sees them. After treating the meaning of high self-esteem, which is equally healthy self-esteem, we'll be looking quickly into a question. And the question here on my book is, where does high self-esteem come from? So into the book, our self-esteem evolves throughout our lives as we develop an image of ourselves through our experience with different people and activity. So simply it means that our self-esteem evolves as we grow and it develops as we interact with people and situations. And from my book, it says that childhood experience during childhood play a particular large role in the shaping of self-esteem. When we were growing up, our successes, failures, and how we were treated by our families, teachers, coaches, religious authorities, and peers all contributed to the creation of our self-esteem. Childhood experience can contribute to healthy self-esteem. So you see, how we're treated most time during childhood can determine how our self-esteem will be. Either we wallow in low self-esteem or we are there on the other side of high healthy self-esteem. So now we're looking at childhood experiences that contribute to high self-esteem, and one of it include: one, you are being listened to. When we are listened to or paid attention to, whenever we ever want to talk about a particular matter or say our opinion on particular issue in the family, then our self-esteem is bound to be high because we feel involved and important. When you see somebody with a very high or healthy self-esteem, it's most likely that when he or she was small, he or she was given that free space to say whatever he or she wants to say, like he or she was paid close attention to. So if you see yourself now with a very high esteem, I'm very sure, just look back and think about it, you see that while you were small, your daddy was always ready to listen to you. Your mommy was always ready to listen to you. Even in classes, your teachers were very friendly. They were very responsive, and you didn't have any "shut up, sit down, keep quiet, don't say anything, you're too small" and all of that word. So that is the reason why you have that healthy high self-esteem. So two, you are being spoken to respectfully. The question here on my system is, who likes to be talked to anyhow, or being shouted at, or called names? We feel good when someone talks to us and we realize or notice that respect in the speech and tone of the speaker. Our self-esteem tends towards a healthy side whenever that happens. So you see, the question again, do you like whenever someone shouts at you, do you like it? Me, I don't like it. When you shout at me, hey, I will not even do what you're telling me to do for you. I will not do it. So because shouting at me makes me feel, oh, I'm not, it just, the feeling is not just here. I don't know for you. Do you like me? I don't like it too. Especially when you call me name. Don't call me name. So let's leave me. So generally, what it's saying here is that the reason why most individuals have high self-esteem is because the way they've been spoken to while they were small up to now that they're an adult. Whenever you speak to a child in a respectful manner, and you don't shout, always there's some parents always on the shouting side. Let me say that, on the shouting side, like, come here, are you stupid? No, don't do that for a child. You just impute fear and you make that child feel stupid. You don't allow that child use his initiative. A child should make mistakes, then you correct, lovingly, not please calm down, mommy. Tell your child, call them nice name, and stop shouting off when you get, so that you do not negatively impact on that child, especially on their esteem. Self-esteem is very important. If a child sees his or herself as nobody or not worthy, or his or her opinion does not matter, then it will be very hard for that child to succeed. I can put it like that. But you see, a child with a healthy self-esteem, you see that he or she is likely to be an achiever, because he or she feels that whatever anybody can do, he or she too can do it, because he or she feels very good about themselves. So, mommies, daddies, stop shouting at us. We don't like to be shouted at. And when you're talking to us, even to our teachers, anybody, when you're talking to us, talk to us calmly, we will listen. But if you decide to go on the shouting way or calling us names, we will not listen again. Better speak respectfully. Let your tune be very soft and let that child grow on the healthy side. So if you are currently on the healthy side of the esteem, it shows that while you were a child, you've been spoken to respectfully. Check. That is one of the places the self-esteem that you're experiencing, the higher self-esteem that you're enjoying now, comes from. So number 3 of the childhood experience that contributes to high self-esteem is getting appropriate attention and affection. Whenever we are troubled or sick or in a bad mood, and we notice a lot of attention people in the family pays to us, and that they are constantly asking questions like, oh, Jennifer, are you fine? Jennifer, hope you're fine. What's the matter, darling? What can I do to improve your mood? I don't like to see you looking like this. I love you. All these words used in the home, we feel special, we feel loved, cared for, and we feel good knowing that our family members and people around us are very concerned about us. This definitely causes and brings about the healthy self-esteem in us. So most of the time, those of you enjoying high self-esteem, it shows that when you were younger, you saw that people around you, especially your family members, teachers, your neighbors, generally people around you showed you so much care and attention. And you can't be sick and they say, Jennifer is sick. Oh, Jennifer, come and take, oh, I love you. All this, the I love you word. Most of the people don't use it. Especially some parents, they hardly say I love you to their child. So most of the time, those child do not feel love. Some parents, I don't know, they love their child, but to say that word, you need to say them. We can't read your mind. But if you are currently on the healthy side of self-esteem, it shows that you're one of these persons that I read here. You have been paid attention to when you were sick, and your parents are always concerned about your mood. Unlike some persons, if they frown for money tonight, nobody does not concern anybody, nobody is looking their way. So they do not feel important at all. If they frown, nobody just cares. You get. So those people tend to suffer from low self-esteem. But if it's the reverse, which is you always paid attention to, you can't even squeeze small of your face without your parents or anybody around you saying, "Oh, what is wrong? Hope you're fine," and all of that. You get. So you're going to enjoy high self-esteem even in adulthood, in adult stage. 4 of the experiences that contribute to a healthy self-esteem or high self-esteem is having accomplishments being recognized and mistakes or failures being acknowledged and accepted. This is when any of our accomplishments, whether small or big, is highly celebrated by our family members. No matter how small the accomplishments may be, we feel loved and feel that any effort we put into things is well appreciated. Also, times when we make mistake and we are made to acknowledge our mistake in love and not treated as if we just lighted a filling station, then we learn to acknowledge our mistake and also pick lesson from it and not going around feeling like a failure, which contributes to our healthy self-esteem. So if you are one of the person enjoying healthy self-esteem, it shows that while you were younger, if you take first position, your parents are happy. If you now come down to second, they are happy as well, but they kind of tell you, they say to you, "Why did you come down? You should have just still remained on the first position." You get. So they don't really say, "You are very stupid," and all of that, and make you feel down. They just tell you, "Oh, is it that you've been playing a lot?" You get. And so you instantly want to be back on your feet and work harder for next term. So they acknowledge your accomplishments, whether small. If you run and maybe you come out first, just running, they are like, "Hey, well done," and all of that little thing. You're able to pull up your clothes. As a young child, they're like, "Oh, you're able to pull by yourself," and they're like, "Oh, well done," and all of those little accomplishments of yours, and you see that your family members are celebrating them. Then you see that child, such a child would likely grow up to enjoy healthy self-esteem than other child that did not get little appreciation, that was always on the comparison side. "Look at John. John is better than you. He can pull off his clothes, he can do this," and all of that. So when a child or an adult now is presently enjoying healthy self-esteem, it shows that when you were younger, your parents were doing well. So I hope this video somehow was able to tell you all about high self-esteem, where it comes from, and the example. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for staying to the very end. I love you. I remain Manifa Jennifer. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please drop your comments, and whatever topic you feel I should talk on, please, I'm ever ready to ever listen to you. So please do not be afraid and drop it. Thank you so much. God bless you.